Welcome to the Montage of Mayhem, a series of stories that will take you on a terrifying journey through the darkest corners of the human psyche. Each episode brings you bone-chilling tales of horror and suspense, featuring stories of terror and intrigue that will send shivers down your spine. From haunted houses and cursed objects to supernatural creatures and unspeakable horrors, we explore the mysteries that lurk in the shadows, waiting to pounce on the unsuspecting. Join us as we peel back the veil of reality and explore the depths of fear and madness. Our stories are not for the faint of heart, but for those brave enough to face the unknown. The Montage of Mayhem promises to deliver a spine-tingling experience that will leave you questioning whether the dead truly rest in peace. Get ready to embrace the darkness, because once you enter the world of the Montage of Mayhem, there's no going back. In the bustling heart of Atlanta, where the new overshadows the old, there lies a mansion on Peachtree Street, untouched by time and progress. This is the story of Leonard, a curious urban explorer, and the mansion that whispered secrets of a bygone era. Leonard had always been fascinated by the stories that buildings could tell, especially those that everyone else had forgotten. When he heard about the mansion on Peachtree Street, a relic of the past surrounded by modern skyscrapers, he knew he had to discover its secrets. Armed with his camera and a flashlight, Leonard entered the mansion one autumn evening, the setting sun casting long shadows through the broken windows. The air inside was thick with dust, and every step he took stirred whispers from the dark corners of the grand halls.
As night fell, Leonard felt an increasing sense of unease. It wasn't just the isolation or the eerie silence that unsettled him, it was the feeling of being watched. He pressed on, determined to uncover the mansion's mysteries. In the heart of the mansion, Leonard found a library, its shelves laden with books that crumbled at the touch. Among the decay, a journal lay open, its pages filled with the frantic scribblings of someone who had once lived there. The journal told of a family torn apart by greed and a curse that had trapped them within the mansion's walls. As Leonard read, the temperature dropped, and the air grew thick with the scent of old perfume and whispered regrets. Determined to document his findings, Leonard raised his camera to photograph the journal. But as the flash illuminated the room, the shadows twisted, and a figure appeared in the viewfinder, a woman dressed in the fashion of a century past, her eyes filled with sorrow. Leonard stumbled back, the journal forgotten as the figure approached, her form flickering like a candle flame in the draft. She spoke, her voice a mere whisper, yet it filled the room, telling of the curse that bound her family's spirits to the mansion, unable to leave or find peace. Leonard, realizing the gravity of his discovery, knew he had to help. He spent the night in the library, poring over the journal and ancient texts, searching for a way to break the curse. As dawn approached, Leonard found the answer hidden within the mansion's own history, a ritual that could free the spirits. But it required a sacrifice, a piece of one's own soul to replace what had been taken. With the first light of dawn casting a pale glow through the windows, Leonard performed the ritual, offering a part of himself to break the cycle of suffering that had ensnared the mansion's inhabitants. The mansion trembled, the air shimmered, and then silence. The spirits, released from their bondage, faded into the light of the new day, their whispers of thanks the last vestige of their presence. Leonard left the mansion as the sun rose over Peachtree Street, the weight of his sacrifice heavy on his shoulders. He had freed the spirits, but the cost was more than he had anticipated. A part of his vitality, his essence, had been drained, leaving him aged beyond his years. The city moved on, unaware of the history that had been erased or the price that had been paid. But sometimes, when the light faded and the streets of Atlanta grew quiet, whispers could be heard among the skyscrapers, telling of a mansion that once stood as a testament to the past and the man who had sacrificed everything to honor it.
So, dear listeners, as you navigate the streets of your own cities, remember the mansion on Peachtree Street and the stories hidden beneath the surface of progress. Remember that some secrets are worth uncovering, but not without cost. Some buildings stand as silent witnesses to the stories they contain, while others, well, they refuse to remain quiet. But what happens when the past isn't just a shadow, but a curse that lingers long after the walls have fallen? In Buckhead, one such curse has etched its sorrow into the very ground. In our next story, dear listeners, will uncover just how heavy the weight of history can truly be. Stay with us as we explore the cursed slave quarters in Buckhead,